Hello everybody, this is Khashayar. Welcome to part 1 of recursive functional programming with Python. It's kind of a scary name, but basically it's just a bunch of functions which they are calling each other. Basically the recursive function or recursion means the function is potentially going to be called by another function or by itself. So as you know, function is just a chunk of code which are taking care of specific task. And imagine we have a program. We are divided to different parts, and each part's going to be right with one function. And after we are connecting this function together, so the program can work and perform certain tasks. And for this example or kind of training project, we are going to write a contact manager. And instead of using classes and object-oriented approach, we are going to use recursive functional programming, which is very, very basic. And I hope you enjoy it. The first of all, we need to import our modules. Import time, OS, and WinSound. We need time, OS, and WinSound for creating some kind of interactive text-based menu and options. And imagine like that kind of old style programs. And if you are using Linux, WinSound is not going to work there, and you need to, maybe you can use Mixer from Pygame, or use just system sound call in your Linux. And now let's create our functions first. We need a couple of functions. We need menu, we need options, save, startup, and new contact, show, lookup, and quit. So we are going to write the empty functions, and after we will develop them one by one. So define menu, pass, define options, pass, define save, define startup, and define add new, define show, and at the end define lookup and define queue as quit. All right. And the menu is just printed menu on the screen. So it's just a bunch of print statement. Print maybe contact manager and space and print options. And in options we have add new contact, why I'm making this mistake, show raw data, which is just a list of our total contacts, print lookup we are going to search through the database, which is actually not a database, and just list and text file, and exit. All right, this menu going to be called from another function. For example, when we call it now, we have something like that. But we need to get input from user. What we can do is say os.system CLS, because we are in Windows, and if you are in Linux, of course, you need to use clear, because the OS module just kind of piping between system commands which are already in your operating system and Python, something like that. And we are here calling the menu, and we make variable option equal int input. Actually here we have two choices. We can get the input as a string, so later on we can write a different way of error handling if user, for example, insert character or numbers other than 1 2 3 4, or we can do it this way and put everything on try except block. You will see. Let's do it this way. Int input choose between 1 to 4, right? And if option equal 1, add new elif option equal 2, call the show function, elif option equal 3, call lookup, elif option equal 4, call q function, and else print wrong entry. Try again. Try again between 1 to 4. And now options. So let's see. Oh, we didn't call it. Now instead of menu, we have to call the options. So we call the function, and option is not defined. Option. Options here. Yes. Okay. When we call the option function going to call the menu function. And for example, now we can, if we insert something like 5, for example, wrong entry, try again between 1 to 4. But if we like insert 1 2 3 4, because the functions are passed, nothing gonna happen. Let's say now we insert string like k, it will jump out. So we can copy this value error, and we come here and use try except or try catcher, what you want to call it, and we put all of these into the try exception or try catcher block. Except value error, and we can print again. We can just prompt like use okay, like insert only numbers, or insert numbers only. I don't know, just let's say like again wrong entry, try again between 1 to 4. This is better, and after options. All right, and one other thing we can do, actually, we can come up here on menu and we can add winsound dot beep and something like 2000 and 100. That's like an indicator that's showing us the menu. All right, now if we choose, for example, 5 coming back or F coming back, so we are kind of handling the errors in an okay way. All right, the next function we are going to take care of is add new. We are starting with these functions that can handle our new entry, but before that, where we are going to store our data, we create a list, contacts, and assign it to the list. So everything, all our data we are using is going to be taken care of in RAM level in the list, and after we can develop in save save function some kind of auto save to copy and insert everything to hard drive as a text file. All right, where I am here, add new, and here we can say print add new contacts, add new contact, or something like that, and print and here we need to have some variables. So what we need for our contact manager, we need name equal input name, we need phone equal input. Actually, we can just keep it as a string. We don't need to have int. Phone, and we need address input. It should go here. And finally, we can have email, but we can put email after phone. Email equal input email. All right. Now, after we insert everything, then contacts.append all this info as another block of list: name, phone, email, and address. So we are creating a list inside the list. And now we can add another line to ask a user if we want to continue adding more contacts. So add more variable on input, add more with question mark and yes or no. And now simple if statement: if add more equal y dot maybe lower then add new, and else just jump to options. So the thing is, now we are asking if the user want to add more new contacts, the function will call again this chunk of code. And if not, the function will call the options, and options will call the menu. So let's try if everything works okay. All right, add new, name, I don't know, Jack, phone, something, email, jack@tt.com, and address somewhere. Add more, no or yes, for example. Add new contact, and again address, add more, no. And one thing we need to do here, I need to just make a space here. And later on, if you want to develop this program more by yourself, you can come up with kind of format checking. If the name is in this format, or phone should be in this format, email should be in this format. If it's not in this specific format, the system not going to accept it. So it's something for you to take care of. And all right, what next? Let's say, actually it's almost 18 minutes, so I think it's kind of late. I'm going to continue this program on next video. I hope you like it. I hope it's helpful. And if you like my tutorials, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I see you in next video.